Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back guys for another video. Today we're going to be watching another video. We're going to be reacting today. Hopefully you are all doing well. We got club football back just a couple days now. Thank God. You guys on this channel seem to love the reaction videos. So if you like this one, drop a thumbs up. Let me know, if there's other players regarding this video that weren't maybe mentioned that, you guys feel like this would be relevant to. We just watched the video from this channel the other day. Shout out to Goal 90. It's not even that crazy of a channel. I mean, they do have 400,000 subscribers, which is a lot, but they upload a lot. They have really good videos. So check out the channel. As always, when we react to a video, show some support. We're going to be watching a video today called 7 Players Who Stepped Up After the Best Player Left. I just feel like I've never really seen a video type like this, so I'm very curious to see kind of the breakdown of this and really, how it's portrayed, what teams he's going to talk about. I mean, we're going to start the video with Messi, right? So let's get into it. Let's see what it's all about. And I know, wow, not that much longer than a 1-minute intro today. What happened? I don't know.
Best player is always a bit scary for fans. The future looks bleak without them and it feels like clouds are starting to form in the skies. But when someone decides to take up the mantle and continue the legacy, it feels like the sun is shining again. A couple of players at different clubs have managed to do this, and it is them that we want to talk about today. These are 7 players who stepped up after the best player left.
This is an ad? Yeah,
Let's kick off with Karim Benzema. The Frenchman joined the club in the same window Cristiano Ronaldo did, but he was only a sidekick while they were together. But when Ronaldo left in 2018, Benzema stepped up to be the main man.
Stepped up.
It took him some time to grow into his new boots, but by 2020, he'd established himself as Real Madrid's main boss. He would go on to lead them to the double of La Liga and the Champions League in 2022, finishing as the top scorer and best player in both competitions. He was awarded the Ballon d'Or that year for his performances that season. With Benzema doing so well, Real Madrid didn't miss Ronaldo so much, but the Frenchman ended up leaving the Spanish Giants in 2023, which left them needing another player to rise up once again. And who did? Well, you tell us in the comments. We'll see if you're right later in the video.
So, by the way, I mean, I don't know what you guys think. That season Benzema won the Ballon d'Or is probably one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen. I mean, to see him go and step up like that, the amount of clutch goals he scored in that campaign that they won, it's just so sad that Benzema left right after that. I mean, we haven't even heard anything about Benzema since. Like, he has literally gone from here to all the way down here. Crazy.
But for now, let's throw things back a little to the early 2000s. Thierry Henry was easily Arsenal's best player back then. In fact, he was arguably the greatest player in the history of the club. A player like this leaving the club was always going to leave a massive hole. Who was going to step up? Emmanuel Adebayor said, "I." He was signed by Arsenal in January 2006, a year and a half before Henry
Adebayor
left,
was
so
nasty.
he had a little bit of time to learn from the GOAT himself. And when Henry left to join Barcelona, Adebayor took up the goal-scoring responsibilities at the club.
He used to be one of my favorite players to watch growing up.
Contributions in 48 appearances that season and was Arsenal's top scorer.
That's really around the time that I started to fall in love with football, like 7, 8 years old, at least watching it a lot, I played before then, but...
That season, Adebayor became the only player in Premier League history to score a hat-trick in both the home and away games against the same side in the same season. He was so good for the Gunners that he was named in the PFA Team of the Year and was the subject of transfer rumours linking him with a £30 million move to clubs like Barcelona and Milan. Unfortunately, this story doesn't end well for Arsenal fans as Adebayor ended up leaving Arsenal to join Manchester City in 2009. Now, after Adebayor left, it was Robin van Persie.
Oh, this is a good one.
He'd been at Arsenal since 2004,
yeah,
and he was hardly ever the main man. After Henry left, we thought it would be him to take up the mantle, but injuries kept him on the sidelines. However, after Adebayor left, he was finally ready to carry the team, and he did just that.
He was amazing.
Van Persie became Arsenal's outright best player. He led them to the Champions League quarter-final in 2010, the League Cup final in 2011, and in 2012 he cleared all the awards in England, finishing with the Premier League Golden Boot, PFA Player of the Year and FWA Footballer of the Year awards. He even made it into FIFA's FIFA World 11. But if you think Adebayor leaving hurt Arsenal fans, this was 10 times worse. After his best season at Arsenal, RVP left to join their biggest rivals, Man United.
Before he goes on too, I think one of the most impressive things out of any footballer is RVP's ability to perform, honestly, we could say the same level, if not better, at United. I mean, we just don't see that a lot. It's so hard for a player to go do that, especially in the same league. I feel like, especially with United as well, we've seen so many people flop there. He was so crazy at both clubs.
And to rub salt into the wound, he helped them win the
What a
Premier
player,
League in
bro.
his first season there, while Arsenal still wait for their first title since 2004. Enough of the painful stories now.
Man.
Let's look at the Real Madrid player who stepped up after Karim Benzema moved on.
Vinny.
Of course, it's none other than Vinny Jr. He was Karim Benzema's sidekick in the 2021-22 season, finishing as the Champions League Young Player of the Season that year. But after Benzema left for Saudi, the boy became a man, stepping up to carry the team on his back. The very season after Benzema left, Vinny went on to lead Real Madrid to the double of the Champions League and La Liga. This time out, he wasn't the Young Player of the Season, he was the Champions League Player of the Season. He also helped Madrid win the UEFA Super Cup and is the frontrunner for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. Vinny's step up is truly incredible because Benzema himself once told a teammate not to pass to the Brazilian, saying that he was playing against them. From allegedly playing against them, Vinny Jr. is now playing for them more than anybody else.
Shout out to Vinny, man. I'm not a Vinny hater, but Vinny's come up has been crazy. To see what his talent level was, I mean, he's always had it, but to see what he was when he came to the club to where he is now, it's unreal.
Incredible. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Clasico rivalry...
Like just to add on to that point, like, I don't think when we first saw Vinny at Madrid, anybody, I mean, we know we had a FIFA Future Stars card, like, we saw the potential, but I don't think anybody thought that he was going to be at one point the best player in the world or in the argument of it. I mean, crazy.
Was Lionel Messi who stepped up after Ronaldinho left Barcelona.
Messi really stepped up.
We all know the story. Ronaldinho was Barcelona's king, winning the Ballon d'Or in 2005 and leading the Blaugranas to Champions League success in 2006. But when Pep Guardiola became head coach in 2008, he sent away both Ronaldinho and Deco. It was a massive shock to football fans around the world, but the gamble very quickly paid off because Messi stepped up and took over all responsibilities and even more on top of that. It didn't even take him up to one season. The very year after Ronaldinho left, Messi led Barcelona to an unprecedented sextuple, finishing as the Champions League top scorer and with the FIFA Club World Cup Golden Ball. He was also named the UEFA Club Footballer of the Year and he won the Ballon d'Or that year. No one in the history of the game has stepped up after a club's best player left the way Messi did in the 2008-2009 season. But Philippe Coutinho did a good job himself after Steven Gerrard left Liverpool in 2015.
That's a pretty good one.
Gerrard was obviously Liverpool's best player while he was there, and his shoes were always going to be really massive ones to fill. But after he left, Coutinho stepped up and filled those boots the best way he could. The Brazilian midfielder was bought in 2013 and got to play alongside Gerrard for a while, and after the legend left, Coutinho took full responsibility of the midfield and the team. After Gerrard's exit, Coutinho was named Liverpool Player of the Season, won the Goal of the Season award, and was named in the UEFA Europa League Squad of the Season after helping Liverpool reach the final of the competition. Coutinho was one of the guys who started the rebuild of Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, but he wasn't able to lead them into the promised land, leaving for Barcelona in 2018, just a year before Liverpool won the Champions League for the first time in 14 years. Okay, let's now wrap up with Jude Bellingham. The English midfielder stepped up for Borussia Dortmund after Erling Haaland left in 2022.
That's very true.
In his short time in Germany, Haaland established himself as Dortmund's greatest player, winning the Bundesliga Player of the Year award in 2021. After he left to join...
I'm not even trying to distract the show from Jude. Can we just talk about how impressive Haaland is, bro? Like, literally since this guy has been playing, he has been a menace, man. This guy has hardly had a cold patch in his career, dude. Man, I'm just even thinking back now to, like, his Dortmund days, bro. Bro has been a monster every single game he's played.
By Man City in 2022, there was an obvious, massive hole to fill. The club signed Sebastian Haller from Ajax just after he finished as Eredivisie top scorer, and they thought that he would fill that hole. But unfortunately, before the season
Very
even
sad.
started,
I think he's
he
good
was
now, though, which
diagnosed
is
with a
great.
testicular tumor, which required surgery and multiple cycles of chemotherapy. So he was out for a long time, and that meant that there was still that hole to be filled. So Jude Bellingham decided to step up and fill the hole, sometimes with the captain's armband on his arm. Bellingham was directly involved in 21 goals that season, and he very nearly led Dortmund to their first Bundesliga trophy in over a decade, but they missed out on the last day. Bellingham was so good for Dortmund that season that he was named Bundesliga Player of the Season and won the Golden Boy Award. His performances also earned himself a €103 million move to Real Madrid, where he won the Champions League in his first year. This boy stepped up like nobody's business. Are there more players that stepped up after the best player left? Drop their names in the comments.
We'll check out a couple of comments, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Just what comes to my mind, not even just players who stepped up, but one that has the potential this season is maybe somebody on Madrid for Toni Kroos. I mean, it's been a shaky start for Madrid this season, so we'll see if somebody can step up, right, and fill those shoes in, because it's been looking a little shaky. Who do you guys think? Who would you say? I mean, obviously there's a lot. I'm curious to see what maybe some people are saying in the comments. Barcola for Mbappe, that's a really good one. Barcola has started the season. Oh my gosh, has he started the season well? That's a really good one. The PSG, in my opinion, are really a contender for Champions League. I'm going to say it, and I don't say that most years, but I really feel that way. I don't feel like they lost all that much. I mean, Mbappe, yes, but Barcola, the way he's been playing and the way they look as a team, they look really good. And they had a chance last year. Maguire for Jones. Anyways, guys, get in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Much love, guys. Thanks for watching.